السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So today we're going to continue our discussion that we started last time about da'wah. Right? Last time we broke down da'wah into three different categories when we're studying da'wah. The first thing we need to understand is, what is the call? What are we calling to? The second is the caller, which is us as the Muslims. What are the things that we need to have? And the third is the called, right? So who are we calling? We need to understand that person itself. So last time, as a quick recap, we talked about the call. What are we calling to? And to remind you guys, we said we're calling to Tawheed. We're not trying to call anyone to a specific political agenda. We're not trying to call anyone to this masjid specifically. We're not calling to a specific culture. We're calling to La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. And it's very important that we understand that. Because when you are doing da'wah, you will get people asking you a whole bunch of different questions. People will ask you random questions about things that they've heard on the internet and things that they've seen elsewhere. Why do you guys Muslims do this? Why do Muslims do that? In the end, everything that we do is because Allah told us to do so. But that's not something they're going to understand. Why do you pray 5 times a day facing in a specific direction? Because Allah told us to. Right? In the end, it comes down to that. We do that because Allah told us to. We don't do it for any other benefit that comes out of it. That all the other benefit that comes out of it is part of what Allah has prescribed and we will gain. But our intention behind doing all of these is because Allah told us to do so. But they won't understand that because they don't believe in a God. Or even if they do believe in a God, they don't always have Tawheed. They don't believe in one God most of the time. Right? So it's important that we understand what we are calling to. Today I wanted to touch on the second part, which is the caller, us as Muslims. What do we need to have? And what are the important things we need to consider when we are calling people to Islam, when we are inviting people to Islam? And the first thing that we need to understand, and the most important, is our intention, is the niyyah. And this is important for all acts of worship, not only for da'wah. And we need to understand da'wah itself is also an act of worship. Right? As prayer, as fasting, as all these things. Da'wah, we are doing what Allah told us to do. We're calling people to Islam. So, it is important to have the right intention. Right? Because إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. The first hadith that you read whenever you open most hadith books is إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Right? وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَا نَوَىٰ. Which means, indeed actions are judged only by intentions, and every person will have what they intended. And it's important to understand that. So our niyyah for giving da'wah. What is the niyyah for giving da'wah? Is it to show off? Is it to make the other person think that we are better than them? Is it to prove that we are able to win in a debate? No. Our niyyah, our intention for da'wah is to gain Allah's pleasure. We are trying to gain Allah's pleasure. We're doing what Allah has commanded us to do. And that is important. And on top of that, our intention shouldn't be to try to make that person take a shahada. That's not our job. Our job as the da'i is not to make the person take a shahada. Because hidayah is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are supposed to give the message in a clear way that they are able to understand. That should be our intention, that we are doing what is best for us. Because sometimes we don't know if what we say to them, sometimes it might not hit them immediately, but you've planted a seed in their heart. And maybe years later, when they don't even know you, you don't even know them, maybe they take the shahada. But it started with what you had given them. So it is not important for us to make them take shahada on the spot and say that, oh, this is my victory, I was able to give this person shahada. That's not our intention. Right? So that's important to understand. And what is the benefit of having the right intention? When you are sincere in giving da'wah, it is very visible from the other person that you are sincere in your giving da'wah, and Allah will put barakah in it for you. Allah will make you say things in a specific way which will make the other person understand things very easily. Allah will put it in the other person's heart. Because in the end, we as the da'i have to be role models of Islam. We have to be the ones carrying Islam. And if, for example, I'm at work and I'm always late, if at work I'm the one who's always lying, if at work I'm always the one who is slacking, and then I try to give them Islam, they're not going to take it the same way. So after the intention, the important thing is we have to be the great role models of Islam. It's not an easy task, right? It is a burden, but it's important that we actually realize every time we're in front of non-Muslims, we are representing Islam. Now, this becomes more important for women because it's very obvious when they're wearing their hijab that they're Muslim. Sometimes the brothers, if you have your beard or anything like that, sometimes it's obvious you're Muslim. Some of us who have come from other countries, people look at us, they're like, yeah, this person is a Muslim. So it's important that we always carry the flag of Islam high with pride, right? And we understand that people are always watching, but we do things, our intention for everything is for the sake of Allah. And with that, Allah will put barakah in what we do. And with that, we will be able to spread the deen and spread goodness and spread equality and everything amongst everyone. So may Allah make it easy for us, inshallah, to spread the deen and have the right intention when we are trying to give da'wah and spread the deen, inshallah. Okay, Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.